Hey D, can you hear me okay? All right. Nice. Nice. I'm just doing a little housekeeping here. I'm just giving it a couple minutes. I won't play any music because YouTube hates that. But I'm going to make a couple notes. It's very cold out here, by the way. It's very cold. What's the temperature where you're at, D? 40. I would probably wear shorts if it were 40. It's so cold here. It's been a while since I've been on. Yeah, I've been a busy man. Busy. Aw, you missed me, D. I missed you too. Thank you. It's good to be with you. Little, little drink with me. I won't play any music because that always gets my stuff shut down. My interview with Enoch totally got shut down. I don't know who reported it. There wasn't that many views, but somebody reported it, and away it went. All right. Well, we've let it go for 5 minutes, so I think that's plenty of time. And anybody who doesn't see this tonight can see it tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. How are you, man? How you doing? Great to see you all. Great, wonderful people, wonderful patriots, hardworking Americans. Aloha, aloha. Jeez, man, I'm already going to take my first like 6 minutes and run out of a beer. I'm going to have to make a beer run. BEERUN. Beer run. Mm. Well, welcome to Bill's Friday night. It's Friday night. I know. It's Wednesday night. I know. It's my Friday night. You're enjoying the evening outside with your dogs. I have to put my dog out on the deck now, and I have to watch her because if I let her stay out there more than like 90 seconds, she starts picking up the paws, man, because they're like freezing and she can't like feel them. It's crazy, man. It's so cold. Toe, so her toes were frozen, so she's so freaking cold. That's what I think I was gonna say. But I was like, toe fro, yeah, them foots is frozen like popsicles. Popsicle. Toyota Kawasaki. How you been? Good to see you. You're at work. Yeah, it's good. Everybody's got to work. Me, you're a slave. Me, you're gonna work. Now go pay me my taxes, bitches. That was my impersonation of the government. Current, obviously. Current government. Me, give me your monies. Well, I'll let you in on a secret, TK. It is. In fact, it's so good, I gotta get him another. I'll be right back. So, in this great awakening, some things change, and some things don't. My, my. Yep, some things don't. Man, I know it's been a minute since I've been on this thing, and like I said, I've been a busy man, and I hope you all are doing well. I mean, I hope you guys are all strapped in and hanging in there. I mean, I kind of feel like as long as, even though it's a small channel, I feel as long as it's been going on, this has absolutely prepared everybody for what we're going through right now. Is this not crazy? Honestly, think about those in-depth conversations and live streams 4 and 5 years ago. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's 4 and 5 years ago. But think about like how deep everything that was happening at the time was taking the people that were awake. Man, I'm here to tell you, I am absolutely a better version of myself having gone through the Great Awakening. I don't know about you guys. I don't even need to send it to the judges. I already know. And guys, believe me, I always tried to be a good guy. I really did. I tried to live my life and be a good guy. But I'm like a better version of myself going through all this shit. I don't know about you guys. Chime in. Chime into the chat. Like it's bananas. And it's even more bananas to watch it all go down. Like, even though I'm a busy man, I still watch it all. I mean, the foundation was laid, right? Everything, everything was laid. The foundation was laid. If your foundation is good, then everything else can be good. If your foundation is bad, then everything else is going to be bad. What we went through from the process of 2015 through 2016, 2017, and then that whole 4 year span after that, really anybody who was awake was really going into mental boot camp, honestly. And everybody that went into the patriotic mental boot camp maybe had deficiencies and things. Like I believe in my heart that the core of what's great about America was captivated by the information we were receiving. I really feel that way. And I really think, in hindsight, it's non negotiable. I mean, it's the people that have respect for people, that love people, that believe in equality, but believe you better fucking work and you better do all that shit. Believe in this message, you know? Believe in what they were trying to put down as the roots within the new 1776 revolution. It was fought on the computer. It was fought on the computer. It was an information war. What's up, redneck crapple? It was an information war. 100%. They knew, the White Hats knew, if they could seed enough patriotic Americans who believe in what the founding fathers believed in, if they could seed enough of us and create an atmosphere where we could connect and we could all chime in and brainstorm, be this network, this, and not just America, this global network, globalist, global network though, of maybe some of the most nationalist people of their own countries is what this movement grabbed. It grabbed people that were nationalists for their own country. And the left demonizes the word nationalist, but it's really a beautiful word. It means you have pride in where you live, you have pride in your country. If I lived in France, I would be prideful. I'd be like, we got a bomb ass language, all right? Like they speak, they could say they got to take a shit, and it would sound like cool. That'd be cool, But they're nationalists. Their pride in their heritage, their pride in everything that they've gone through as a country. It's not a bad word. It's not to be demonized, and you all know this. I mean, I don't honestly know about how you guys like run your lives when you're not working, but I got rid of cable altogether. My television's just never on. I got rid of cable. I have internet, of course, but that's what I'm talking about. Also, in the last like 5, 6 years, 4 years, that change has happened. It's like it's caused it to just take this reality that I thought I was living in, and it just dissolved it into a million pieces. It's just gone. It's gone. It's like they took this composition of me, or this, you know, they like put me into this ceramic rendition of Bill, and then Bill today just went over and went, I see all the flaws. Pink. And it went, shh, and it was gone. Now, it doesn't make you perfect in any way, shape, or form, because I'm certainly not that. But better version of yourself. I don't know. I feel it. How do you guys feel? I feel it. Like this year is going to be bananas. Bananas. It's going to be absolutely crazy and bananas, but in the best possible way. You guys are in the spectator seats. You guys are in the boxes. You got your you don't even need binoculars. Throw those bitches out. You're in the box seats. You're in the sky view operational viewing of what we're about to go through. What we're about to go through. We've gone through it, but we're about to really, really, really go through it. We're gonna go through it. There's not a chance we're not going through it. So be smart and stay in your house. Make sure you got some goodies, some stuff that you can self-sustain. But this country's going to go through it. Make no mistake. We're about to go through it in the best possible way. We're going to go through it in the best possible way. There's not a chance we're not going through it in the best possible way. There's not a reason that we would put up with all this strife and all this bullshit for all these years if this was not going to go down in the best possible way. I'm reminded. You're going to beg me so much to quit winning. You're going to beg me, please stop winning. I'm going to say, too bad. You're going to keep winning. And we're getting to that stage of what he was saying. Like at that point in time, we're getting to that point. We're getting to that point where it's like, yeah, I know we're winning, and I'm a little tired of winning, but I'm not going to beg him to please stop winning because obviously I have eyes to see, ears to hear. We're winning. We're absolutely winning on a monumental scale. And if you don't see that and you see this, well, I'm sorry, man. You gotta catch up or something. What people that don't understand what's going on right now need to do is they need to learn to listen. And what I mean to say more than that is they need to stop talking because the people that rebut everything that we talk about, every talking point comes from the television, right? There is no good argument against an awakened patriot that we cannot be defeated. This movement is unstoppable. But the sheep that sit and listen to this crap would sit and believe that what we're about to go into is a dictatorship. And, they're talking to this big of an audience, but all the money is just blah because it represents what Trump said in his original speech. It represents an existential threat to their life and their way of power. That's what this movement is, right? Our movement. Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment. And we're at the fun side of it. We're getting to it. Doesn't mean it's not going to be volatile. Does not going to mean it's being volatile at all. Not at all. It's going to be volatile. We're going to go through some shit. Absolutely. So there's a little bit of a rant. I know it's been a while. They took down my interview with Enoch, man. That's bullshit. I'm so upset. Enoch in the chat. What's up, Enoch? How are you, brother? We still got to get that get together. We got to get that get together. So I'm enjoying a beautiful Friday night for me. I know it's Wednesday. Don't hammer me in the comments. I didn't do anything. But it's my personal Friday night. So beer is perfectly acceptable. And because I live in Michigan, a sauce stick is pretty good too. It does the trick. I'm loving where it's at, you guys. I am absolutely loving where all this is going, where all of it is going right now. I am 100% just on board with what we're witnessing because anything outside of what we're witnessing, I mean, if this isn't what we think it is, then again, right? Send the meteor, God, because the calluses have all been removed over the last 4 years. The calluses have been removed from the eyes. Okay? They've been removed. Patriots are wide awake and we're watching. And as they churn and turn their bullshit on the MSN, Patriots sit here basically like this and go, like, Patriots are pretty much ready. Like, you were chosen for a reason. Is that one of the drops? Yeah, Bill. Ding, ding. I believe it is one of the drops. You were chosen for a reason. Now, who was chosen for a reason? Well, I guess all the people that kind of got on board and said, hey, man, that makes sense. Oh, look at all these people that are smart and they're like putting all these things together and it like makes sense. And while that's going on, I'm looking over here and I'm like, Don Lemon and not a smart man. Chris Cuomo, not a smart. Oh, where are they? Oh, they're no longer on those channels that I have no, haven't. I don't watch those. Okay, I don't watch TV anymore. Period. But I certainly didn't watch those two douchebags. They're douchebags, dog. They're douchebags. They're not they're not they're not for the good of you. Okay, not like me. They're not for your good. What's going on in the chat? Enoch is in the chat. Nozawa is in the chat. D is there. It's great to see you all. Oh, we're talking about Michigan football. Go blue. All my life. Sorry, haters. Sorry. If you live in Ohio, I'm really sorry. But go blue. What an incredible season. Take a little detour off, saving the world for a second. We'll talk about football for a second. So let's talk about NCAA football. Michigan Wolverines. Once they got past Bama, and that was scary. Woo, boy, that was a scary game. Because Saban's a tyrant. Bama is always tough. And they knocked off number 1 Georgia. Man, I was not happy about playing them, but credit to Michigan. And we played really well in most of that game and then let it slip at the end, but then showed that we could come back, and we did, and we won. And I didn't know what to expect when we played Washington. Man, Jesus. Everybody's hyping up Washington like this, blah, blah, blah. And they showed up, man. Washington, I give them a lot of credit. That's a good school. That's a good program. And it will not surprise me not that much as long as that quarterback's there. If they're competing for the national. But you know what? Now that I say that, I catch myself. Next year is going to a 16 playoff game environment. The NCAA is going to. How do I turn this into a sports talk radio show? The NCAA is going to expand it from 4 teams to 16 teams. So it's actually going to be more fun because you could get like an outlier, like a Mississippi State. You could get one of them to make it into the 16 and go on some weird run and run to win the whole championship. Like, it'll make it a lot more fun, like March Madness. Now, there's parts of life as I'm being awoke that I still do hold on to. Now, I don't hold on to them like I used to. I used to hold on to sports. Woo! I used to be into sports, boy. Those things aren't as important anymore. They're really not. Not at all. Not that they require my attention to watch it live and lock in and watch it all the time. I honestly kind of don't care. That's what switching your priorities looks like. That's what switching what you do looks like. I'm happy I watched the Michigan freaking Wolverines win the national championship. And like I said, from the time I was a little man all the way up till what you see today. I've been a Michigan Wolverine fan and a Michigan State Spartan fan second my whole life. It's nothing personal against Spartans. It's just that's who my parents, my grandparents, and everybody, people like winners. We like winners. We don't like losers. We like people that win. And who won 1,000 wins in national college than anybody in the entire United States? It was Michigan. I'm not even going to let you guess. I'm just going to tell you it was Michigan, and nobody likes Michigan more than this guy. So I do. And then on top of that, I hate to keep like rubbing in our state's wins over everybody that's, you know, out there. But Detroit Lions are playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Ford Field this weekend. And I'm not going to say anything that's going to disrupt anything in the universe, but if somehow we can get through this game, we're going to the game that decides who goes to the Super Bowl. All right? So that's where I'm at on that. I'm done talking football. Let me check the chat. Michigan Wolverines. Okay. You know what? Never mind. I was ready to go. You know who wants Harbaugh to leave Michigan more than anybody? The Ohio State Buckeyes. No offense, Joe. No offense. Detroit versus everyone. Michigan versus everyone. Trump. Trump versus everyone. No kidding. Yeah, D, we've been waiting for this for years. Absolutely, we have. It's been like on the verge of Christmas morning for like at least 3 years. But it's okay. I don't know how you guys felt, man. When January 6th happened, the next morning, I was wrecked. Like, not wrecked, but I was kind of like you know, like when you lose on the prices right back in the Bob Barker days, and you'd like go, I need a 3, and they go, it's a 2, and it'd be like, bum 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 bum. Well, I felt like that on heroin on January 7th. It was awful. I was just like, oh, make it go away. Make it go away. Oh, they shot that girl. Make it go away. Please make it go away. I can't handle it. Is this what you call winning? I don't feel like I'm winning, but you know, we have to go through the fire so that we get refined. Every one of you that is unfortunately unfortunate enough to watch this live stream tonight, you've been refined in ways that are of the best kind of way. Okay, everybody's been refined that has gone through this journey in the best possible way. I do believe that in my whole heart. I do. I do. I do. I absolutely do believe that with my whole heart that we've all been refined. And I somehow believe that a dumb little video like this, going from getting into truth into football into coming back to what we're really dealing with, um, you know, this is stuff that they'll probably pull up in the archives 200 years from now when they're talking about what, like, where America is. America exceptionalism, but what it really means is that when we get done with what this all means, it's not America exceptionalism. It's world exceptionalism towards God. This is divine. This has all led me to believe that this is divine because there's no way, there's not a chance that we could be where we are knowing what we know. Now, listen, if you didn't know what people know, this would be a nightmare and you would just be in total despair. Abject failure would be falling over you, that'd be raining down on you. And there's no way that you could see through that bullshit to see that that light past that bullshit is not a freight train. It is a light. There's not a chance you could see that unless you had that foundation. That foundation I keep talking about. That's what those drops gave America was a foundation. The most important part of everything. is a good foundation. Yeah. Yeah. It's true though, right? This video will get 15 hits, but we're talking truth right now. They suppress this stuff. They suppress it. They can't let me say this and let it go anywhere. Y'all already know this. It's actually the point where I don't care if people think I'm crazy because if you wait long enough, it I mean, more is surfacing every day. What a circus the whole four indictments of Trump is. What an absolute circus. What a dysfunctional display out of our judicial system. What a dysfunctional advertisement. It's been heinous. Heinous. Rhymes with anus. And that's a good rhyme word for they're heinous. Because these people are pure evil. They're corrupt. They're corrupt individuals. Nobody knows they're more corrupt than me. Nobody. And I mean, nobody knows more than that. How corrupt these people are. You know, there are some times when he comes out, he looks a little defeated. He's like, you don't even know what I go through. You know, all this. And then the people come in like the Energizer Bunny and go, yeah, USA, USA. And you kind of see him and he kind of like, that's right. That's what we're doing. We're making America great again, better than you can ever imagine. You know, I wrote down some bullet points when I started this. I was just like, I didn't even know what to talk about, honestly. I thought about making a list and all this. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to hit play and kind of see if anybody would show up. And I did that. And then I made myself some bullet points, which, you know, oftentimes you do as you're thinking about stuff. So, this coming year that we're coming into, which is now 2024, and you know, obviously you all know this already, but as the deep state gets more and more, you know, people understand what they're about, they see what's going on, which is happening at record pace. It's going to ramp up more and more with what they do. So the message is stay cool, right? Stay cool. Stay in your environment. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay in your environment. Um, you know the truth. You have the truth. So moving forward, I think in general society with the people that you meet, I think they're ready for. I really do. I think most people are ready for an alternate, you know, opinion on stuff. I mean, shit is that bad that people are willing to listen. And the best part about that is that Trump speaks about peace. He talks about peace now moving forward. That's the narrative change from him. The shift is that it's now more geared towards peace, and it needs to be because what forces people to change? Fear. What scares the hell out of people? Missiles, war. What kind of missiles? Nuclear missiles. Fear. So, yeah. And now I wrote, it's finally go time. It is go time right now. Patriots, you all, it is go time. This is not Jim Jones Kool-Aid shit. Go time does not mean pick up a weapon. Go time does not mean pick up a K-bar or any shit like that. Go time is we're in election year. We are in an election year. These people are about to put out the next variant of whatever it is, and it's designed to really scare the hell out of us. But you're bigger than that. You're better than that. You're stronger than that. You're smarter than that. You're fucking patriots. Remember, you were chosen for a reason. Remember, they will fight, but you are ready. All of this has built you up to this moment in this country, this moment in time, this moment in history, this moment 500 years from now, where kids are going to look back on what we did with this time and this place in this country. And we will be judged. And I believe we're going to be judged well. I think they're going to thank God for the remnant of logical people that were left in America, the remnant of logical thinkers, the people who that could put discernment in the front of their brain and say, you know what, shit doesn't add up. So make it add up. And it all added up while things were 2 plus 2 equals 4, not 5 plus 3 equals 9. Everything worked. Remember, all the way through the drops. You guys remember this? All the way through the drops. Our whole lives. It came to a point where the drops validated things that were both mathematically and statistically impossible to replicate. We had the truth then. And yeah, life grabs you back and pulls you back. Yes, it does. It's always going to do that. You know, even when you are as close as you could be to God, there'll be things in your life that pull you away from that. And you're going to have to claw your way back through it. But you know that you got the truth in you that allows you to bring it back with God. The same way with the narrative of what we're all witnessing as patriots. We have the truth. It's not going as fast as anybody could expect or what we thought would happen. It's just not. But it's happening exactly as it's supposed to happen. We're beyond the world of coincidences. We are beyond that world. There are no coincidences any longer with what we're witnessing. If they send a missile in, if they do anything, if they come at us in any kind of way, the Patriots are damn sure in charge of it. That's the part that's indisputable. It means that all the times the drop said you're watching a show, you're watching a movie, popcorn, sunglasses, fun times, like all that shit, all of it. You're watching a movie. Does it mean that we don't have to go through it? No, you're watching the movie that you're about to live. That's what it was. We are going through a documentary. Maybe that's what they should have said. You're about to participate in a documentary. Oh, very well. Let's go through the documentary. Well, you're going through it. We're part of it. That's what the kids are going to see. They're going to see all these, you know, online things. I mean, that was the end around the deep state was the internet. We took what they thought was going to enslave us and caught it and put a little, you know, threw Trump in there, threw him right in there, right at the perfect time, when society was, it could have gone one way or the other. Let's put it that way. And if it could have gone one way or the other, and this was the perfect timing to put him in, then maybe there was some divine intervention in here. Maybe there were enough people that were of good heart, good sound mind and body that cared for people in a general way that they didn't have to get paid by them or anyway. They just cared about their fellow brethren, that it was worth saving. And I hope that it is. I mean, I got to believe there's way more good than bad in this world. Way more. If you're grading on the curve, way more good than bad. Because people want to be left alone and they want to be able to just live a happy life, People want to be left alone and just be able to supply for themselves and just be left alone. you know, leave us alone. Like, what do you people want with the government? What are you always here for? You guys are always here every April 15th. Where's my money? Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, no, you know it. You know exactly what I mean. You guys have gone through it. You guys have been refined in truth. Refined in truth. You have been. All of us have been. This year is the year of whether we lose our country or we don't lose our country. So when you go out in public, you need to speak as if you're about to lose your country. Like it's time to. I don't know how to explain it. It's time to just let the chips fall where they may. You just, and I don't know if that means, I don't know what that means, but just start living like you're in victory. Start walking through life like you're in victory. Start walking like you know you're going to win, because at the end of this, we know we win. We have to go through it. It's refined us. We're better human beings. And now at the end of it, we win. So I think when I say that this is the year whether we win or lose, we've already won. We have won. So I guess what I'm saying really is start living like you've won already. Start acting like you've won already. There's no more doubt in what we're witnessing. There's no more doubt in the movement at all. There can't be. There's just simply no way that there's any more doubt in this movement, in this message, in what we're witnessing. There's not. I don't want to get into Vivek Ramaswamy, although I will. I mean, I think Trump knows exactly what he is, who he is, and what how he came on the scene. I think he completely understands it, and I think Trump will do with him exactly what he's done with everybody. And that's if he can aid him in any way, he will put him here in a position. If he can't, then he will simply not be with him. But the guy has got some talent, and I think it's one of those where Trump would, you know, watch him. I mean, he already knows who he is. I mean, obviously, if we go through the whole thing and talk about the continuity of government and what we've witnessed and devolution and all of this involving the insurrection of, you know, really November 3rd, 2019, and then the actual insurrection on January 6th of 2020, we all understand that. You know, we all already get that. So anyway, let's check the chat. I just am like just blah. I'm like nah, 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 nah. You know what? My wife is out of town. she's away on business. She's been gone now. Tomorrow will be 3 days. She's coming home tomorrow night. And yeah, you know, nobody to talk to, so I put myself on live YouTube and just start yammering, yammer. It's all good. It's all good. What are you guys talking about? You guys having an all-side conversation. I love it. Unity, yeah, unity. Unity is a biggie. It is. Yeah, all the bad people want him out, redneck prepper for sure. All the people that you know, it's they the sides couldn't be any more clear, right? That's the main point. Like it couldn't be any more clear about who's good, who's bad. Now, some are sheep, in wolves. Some are wolves in sheep's clothing. Some are, and maybe they're not quite exposed yet. But the ones who have already exposed themselves have obviously exposed themselves. So, bye to you. Away you go. And now we focus on the mission. Mission forward, mission first. We're going forward with the mission, right? That's what it is. Do you like it when I blah? What is the brew? This is a wonderful concoction of barley hops, and it's filtered through, I think, the coldest things that can filter beer. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's a secret. It's light beer from Miller. It's not a Bud. It's not a Budweiser. It's not a Busch Light. It's not an Anheuser-Busch product. That's been off the menu for a minute. Can't have that. What's the prepper saying? Salami. Wait a minute, what are you saying? Salami. Oh, yeah, I got you. He's too much like Obama. Yeah, but you know what? If he's a white hat, fantastic. If he's not, then I think Trump is already well aware. I mean, I think that Vivek, let's say he's not a white hat. Let's say he's not. Let's say that he is an outlier, that the deep state said, go get him. It would make total sense why he sounds exactly like Obama, uses all of his same talking points. It would. Now, let's look at the flip side of this. What if Vivek was put in by the White House and was made to learn all the Obama talking points as a slight to the deep state? Like, you had Obama, check this guy out. And not only that, we're going to use Obama's words in his speech to galvanize the MAGA movement. That's an outlier. That's we don't know yet. He sure sounds good. He does sound good. And Trump bringing him into New Hampshire, letting him speak for him. But I think I saw it in the X22 report, or maybe it was And We Know. I think I saw it in that. Like, someone had a different angle, like kind of some of the facials that Trump was kind of looking at Vivek when he said a few certain things. And forgive me, I can't recall them right at the moment, but like he had given a couple kind of different looks over some of the things Vivek was saying, because there was two different times actually where Ramaswamy said, if you blah blah blah, vote for Nikki Haley. If you blah blah blah, vote for Nikki Haley. If you don't blah blah blah, vote for this guy. So he like didn't even give him like a name recognition. It was listen, it was when you look at it in the big scheme of things, you go, wow, that's great. He endorsed him. He this and that. That part's great. But when you're this far entrenched into what this all actually means, you start nitpicking and you start grabbing at the details and you start doing this. And some people do that to a fault. They really do. And they end up spinning away from the truth. But every once in a while, somebody points out some things that you're like, guy's making a lot of good points. This guy does sound like Obama. Trump did give him a couple different looks. Maybe it's just time we don't, maybe we just sit back and we relax and we wait. Maybe we just wait. And I think that's usually the best medicine is just sit back and wait. If he's saying the good things, which he clearly was, he grabbed a part of the Republican Party that won't listen to Trump and hit him with some fire, and bam, he was hitting them. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, bad boy. Come on, man. And he was hitting them with big old splashes of truth. He really was. He dropped some truth bombs to the point where Nikki Haley said, "You're scum." It's like, Sicky Nicky Icky is a never Nikki. I can never be president. She's too weak. She's too weak. However, she is heavily financed, but she's too weak. Too weak. As you've been told a million times, not really a million, but let's just say literally hundreds and hundreds of times. Everything's been planned for. Every possible scenario has been planned for. What you are watching, albeit a long movie, but you are watching a movie. Think about this. You've heard this hundreds of times. Patriots are in control. The Patriots are in control. How long have we heard that? Honestly, sit back, recalibrate yourself, and think about this. How long have we been told that the Patriots are in control? Okay, time. A long time. Are you seeing it all dismantle right now? 2024? You guys, it's the 18th of January. And the Democrats look like they're on their last leg. It's like the 18th of January. There's an election in November. What is going to happen? What is going to go on? Most of you will be able to step back, take 2 steps back, fold your arms, and go, aha, aha, I see it. Aha, I see exactly what you're doing. Which is what most of you have probably been doing for the last 4 years. But, aha, we got your ass. Aha, aha, aha. You're done. You're done. Friday nights sure are fun. It ain't easy, but it sure is fun. What are you guys talking about? Man, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. All right, I'm just not even you guys go that way in the chat over here. Dude, I don't even want to dive in there. I love this country. I absolutely love this country. I'm about to turn 52. I love this country about just, I love its ideals. I love the founders. I love what they represent. I love their ages, how young they were. They were young, man. They would look at us today and go, you are soft. You guys are just soft. How could you even do this? They would be looking at us going, how could you do this? They'd be like, Bill, I'd tear your hair out if you had me. They would be so pissed at us for what was allowed to be done to this country. They'd be like, bitch, we poured some tea in the harbor. How could you do this? Patrick Henry, 27 years old. Give me liberty, give me death. 27. He was really. Do you know what I was doing at 27? I wasn't saving the country. I can tell you that. What were you all doing at 27? Don't answer that. Oh man, different time back then. You know, life was much more serious, and it was. These comforts that World War II brought us, man, we're lucky some of us made it through. I think the Q movement knew that too. I think they knew that this was their last chance to throw a lasso around the last remnant of America that had a half of nickel of common sense in their brain. Otherwise, it was gone. It was gone, boys and girls, gone. They threw a patriot sized lasso. They're like, oh shit. And they roped big portions. And now they're water skiing. We're pulling. And they're like, yee-haw. Probably slalom skiing. we're all in it for the ride, right? In it for the ride. I wouldn't trade it for the world. None of it. Every experience, every emotion, every feeling, everything that I have gone through, listened to, witnessed, learned from, all of it. I wouldn't trade it for anything at all. And I suspect most of you wouldn't either. You're a young man, Enoch. Yeah, buddy. You better enjoy those 40s, though, because I'm going to tell you what, the warranty starts running out shortly after 50. You start popping gaskets, leaf springs, blowing tires. I mean, enjoy it in your 40s, dude, because unless you're working out, stretching, and getting your life like into fitness a little bit, you can expect some shit to start failing in your 50s. I'm here to tell you. 3 things in the last year, and I never had any problem before that. No, thank God I had, you know, available medical attention to take care of those things. I won't take a pill from the medical field, but I'll let them fix my meniscus, you know. I'll let them put a splint on my pinky for 6 weeks and straighten that out. I'll let them do all that, but I won't let them give me a pill. Not in a very, very long time. So well, y'all, I got something to say. I can wrap this up right now at 58 minutes, or I can go get another beer. You guys feel like hanging out? Let me know. I got a couple swallows left before I decide. If you guys are having a good time, I'll hang in there. And if you're not, I get it. It's Wednesday night. Most of y'all got to work tomorrow, but not this guy. It's my Friday night. It's actually technically my Saturday morning by 45 minutes. Get a beer. Get a beer. Everybody wants a beer. I get a beer in a second. And so I got that beer in reserve. I'm going to hang out for a minute. And I'm going to get my head proper. Number one, because I live in Michigan and it's legal. So, thank you, Lord God. God always said, obey the laws, right? Whose face is on that money? Caesar. Then give to Caesar what is Caesar. Well, what's the law on marijuana, God? It's legal. Well, it's legal. That's good. That's a good position to be in. That's about the only good thing about our state, besides the bomb-ass coastline and the obvious wilderness north of Grand Rapids. Like, we're the UP north of Grand Rapids in most cases. We're the UP. I love the state. I'll never leave the state. It just simply won't happen. Now, I might vacation down south when I get to be real old in the winter, but I will at least stay till New Year's Eve, you know, through the new year. Even if I decide to go to the south during the winter, it'd probably be for like, you know, most of January, February, March, come back in April. But you still get to experience the snow, right? That's a perfect scenario. That's not a scenario at all. But in the perfect world, that'd be great. And I definitely want snow through Christmas. Because, guys, we didn't have any snow this year for Christmas. And it's fine. You know, I get it. We're celebrating the birth, right? I get it. And nobody come at me. I understand there's all kinds of things about the birth of Christ. Yeah, I get it. In general, let's just agree that, you know, Christmas is about Christ. So I get that. But it sure is pretty when everything is covered in snow. It is pretty. I like it for New Year's too. They can go away after that. I even take it on Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving's nice with a little bit of snow too. If you get it on Thanksgiving, the roads aren't bad at all. But if everything's covered, eh. That gets you in the Christmas spirit, right? Taste of Christmas. What a year, man. Jeez. What a year. I'll tell you what. I know I've only aged outwardly like 5 or 6 years, but I feel like inwardly, I feel like Methuselah by the end of this. It's like, jeez. How much more can you learn? How much more can you take in and learn? How much farther can you dive into this rabbit hole of truth? And I don't know the answer because I'm all in, baby. I'm pushing all my chips into what we're looking at and doing. All of them. All my chips are going in. And I suspect most of your chips are going in too. Because, like it says, basically, once you see, once you're aware, once you're awake, there is no going back. And I think what I love most about that is that when you've been exposed to the truth and you know what we're up against, that anything that you could do to support like this movement would be worth it. It would just be worth it. Like it really would. It's that big. It's the global Super Bowl on crack of world domination. That's how big this is. And think about it. We get the luxury of knowing that this is the Super Bowl of the millennium on crack, going into it, because we actually are witnessing. Maybe, you know what? Maybe everybody that understands what's going on, maybe we are going to be written about a movie called The Watchers. We'll be like people that are like, oh, that seems true. Oh, that seems true, too. Oh. Or The Watchers. And we just watch. We just, yeah, Truth sandwich. Grab a bite. Yeah, 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 yeah. Eat a big ass truth sandwich. I mean, who knows how this plays out? But again, back to what they said, you were chosen for a reason, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna go get that other beer. So I'll see you in a minute. Oh my God. All right. Coming in for the last part of the edition of tonight. Coming in at an hour and 7. Man, excuse me while I pat myself on the back for a little bit. Man, I'm hanging in there. I normally try to wrap these up early, but my wife's out of town, so let's party. Let's party. Okay, Mr. Bigglesworth. Let's party. It's good. It's always good. Since I've been on here last, I see this is a lot more, right? It's much more. Yeah. All right. What's going on? You're still talking about crazy. Foraging, get beer, and it's so cold. It is cold. It is cold, man. It is cold, Jack. You know what? What does Steve Bannon's little banner say? There are no conspiracies, but there are no coincidences. There's no conspiracies, but yet there's no coincidences, or something like that. All right. Well, if that's true, then how about that weather that was like shrieking through Iowa? Minus 40? Really? And an entire polar vortex, which it's not, but it to what's been going on through the whole entire Midwest, all through Iowa, all that shit feels like the Polar Express. Like it felt like the North Pole. Speaking of which, hope you all had great holidays. Happy New Year. There we go. We'll get that all the way since the last time I saw you all was 6 months ago. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy 4th of July 2023. Happy Valentine's Day 2023. And I think right before that, I interviewed Enoch, and then YouTube scrubbed it. So some of you got to see it. It wasn't my best work, but he sure was good. He was good. He was good. Smart guy. Smart guy. You know the history, Enoch. Smart guy. Smart as they come. Yes, sir. I am proud to be an American and this awake. Like to kind of, when, you know, 4 or 5 years after 9/11, and then I started researching and seeing some stuff, I was like feeling like I was kind of awake. Like that compared to me today is like when, maybe some of you have seen this. I had young kids, but when SpongeBob bought these inflatable like muscle arms, well, when he blew those up, that's kind of how awake I feel today. And I know the muscle arms ultimately blew up in his life. I know that happened. I remember that. But I don't think that's going to happen in this case. I do not think that our SpongeBob inflatable arms are going to explode on us. I think we're going to make it through this, and the arms are going to be okay. I think they're going to be all right. I think it's all going to work out. And I think if you don't have your head on a swivel nowadays, as an awoke patriot, I think that's crazy. You should always be looking at your surroundings. I mean, I'm not talking about like this, checking people out and shit, but you always like take a little peek, if that man's holding a rug, might have a shotgun in there, a watch or something. Keep it out. So just honestly, keep your head on a swivel in life and stay out of bad situations. I think most of life sorts itself out that way. Survival of the fittest. It's good enough for the animal kingdom. It's good enough for Americans, and world people, but the deep state is definitely losing. That's one thing you can be assured of that we know is that the deep state's losing, and with that comes fear, panic, reactions. You know, before we used to get the Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. They ran that playbook on us for years and years and years and years and decades. Problem, reaction, solution. Hegelian dialect. They've lost, honestly, if you think about it, they've lost the power to manipulate society by using that any longer. Because at this point, everybody is like, no, no, not a chance. There's not a chance we're going to let you run that one on us another day. Like this, we are about to watch what it looks like an inflatable balloon slowly, slowly lose its hydrogen. And it's already been happening. So like their balloon reached their apex a long time ago, and it got way up here, way up here, way up here. Okay, and they're already all the way down to going way down here. They're almost there. They're very close to that right now. They're very close to that right now. Very close. We are watching history. We are absolutely watching history. Um, but not just like, you know, the Panama Canal was, gummed up today from barges. Like that's history. Yeah. Yeah. We're watching like real history. We're watching like today Moses parted the Red Seas and the entire cabal of evil worshippers and pedophiles and rapists and traffickers were taken down. Back to you, Stu. It's like massive change. Massive. And you're the only people that I can talk to about this. That's what's crazy. Yeah, Prepper. Prepper says China. Okay? Not Russia, China. It's always China. I have tremendous respect for President Xi, but it's China. It's where the virus came from. Why do you call it the Chinese virus? Because that's where it came from. Okay? That's where it came from. I better get on this beer, man. I'm running out of shit to say, man. I've been patrioting for the last hour and 15 minutes, but I am like, go America, go, go, go America, right? Captain America. All y'all been waiting for it. We all been waiting for it. Think about how long we all been together talking, analyzing, breaking down other people's podcasts, breaking down, talking about shit. We are all ready. I may be old, but I'm ready. What's that Beyonce song, right? Yeah. We got to drink that thing, man. If I don't, I'll be going for another hour. And that's probably not a great idea. Oh, D. If you're the only people we can talk to about this stuff, maybe you should start streaming again. Ba-boom. I'm going to tell you the truth, T. Right after I get this poison out of my lungs. I can't go live all the time, T. The reason I can't go live all the time is because I can only build it up in me and then just spew it out in a big thing. And the problem is that if I go live every night, I'm a broken record. I'm an absolute broken record. Like, how different could I make a live stream that I do tomorrow night from I did tonight? I'm just talking to you guys. I'm just pouring my heart out. Like, what do I do? Clip news articles, start putting shit up. I mean, I take a lot of meme shots. I think they're funny. Some of them really crack me up. They really do. I like them. But generally, I just let it well up. And for whatever reason, I just felt like, you guys want to hang out? Want to shoot shit? Felt good to me. So that's kind of why I stopped, D, because I don't know what to talk about besides what I've laid out the entire night. Once a week is good. Give us your weekly recap. All right, I'll consider that. I will. I will consider that. I appreciate that too, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that because you know what? I appreciate talking to you guys. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Nazar, thank you, man. You guys are awesome. I know, I know. You guys are awesome. You are. You are. You're all really, really great people. You really are great people. Some of the best people I know. There's no doubt about it. There's not even a chance. And you know, I was talking to a buddy of mine the other night. And I was telling him about the people that I have met online, and I think what's amazing is that I've got a circle of friends online that are all over the United States. Like, I got basically the East Coast covered. I've got Northern PA covered. I got Louisiana covered. I got Northern California covered, and I got Hawaii covered. Like, that's a pretty good little group to frickin' at any drop of a moment know what's going on. It's like it's just amazing how that works out. We were kind of laughing about it. We're like, yeah, we like got the United States flanked for like being first on information. We're like, absolutely, we do. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then Prepper comes in and gives us something right in the middle of the heartland. Absolutely. There you go. There's a dart. Doom. Oh, that's awesome, man. You just got shot in the neck with a dart. What? You're, you're crazy. You're crazy. Do you guys remember that movie? We were just watching that the other day. That scene is hilarious. Put that in. It's from Old School. Put in the dart scene. Put in Will Ferrell dart scene Old School and watch that when he shoots himself in the neck with a dart. You're crazy. You're crazy. And then he walks and he falls down and they start singing happy birthday and he's like, ah. He started to try to sing happy birthday after he shot. Hilarious. Please watch it. It's on YouTube. Me and a dude like a week and a half ago got we got talking about that and watched it. We laughed our ass off. I mean, oh man, it's good to laugh, you guys. It really, really is. It feels great to laugh, and I don't mean that to say that I haven't laughed at all, but it feels good, right? A good release. Oh, it feels so good. That shit feels amazing. I got endorphins flying off the high dive doing the boogie woogie into my medulla oblongata. I do. That is a funny scene. Memory recall. It's fun. It's fun. All right, it's 1 in the morning. All right, I'm not done with my beer, so maybe I'm not done talking. I ran out of shit that I wrote down. That's the main problem. I ran out of stuff. You guys bring up a topic, some if you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm just about finished, so that's a long video. You know what? While you guys are mulling over what to talk about, nah, that's dumb. I won't talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that. Yeah, no, it's 12:01. I don't. Wait a minute. Can you believe that I've been living in Baton Rouge for a full year? Baton Rouge. You wish to us to establish the war and the fight that happened in Baton Rouge, the Baton Rouge. I can't believe you've been living in Baton Rouge for a whole year. I don't even know where time goes nowadays, to be honest. I don't know where time goes. But I see I got a couple people in my tail at 12:01 and 8:09. You guys aren't quite where we're at yet. Yeah, we're leading America on the East Coast timeline. We're leading to the future and beyond. We're leading. Looking for land in the county, in the country again. I'm not a city girl. I had a girl. No D. You are Cajun Dixon. I still think it's funny that I thought you were a black D. I still think that's funny. And I'll laugh. All right, guys. Hour and 25 minutes, man. I can't do this every week for an hour and 25 minutes, but maybe I can come on and do like 30 minutes and just catch up. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But I can try. What's that? Oh, yeah, I know, Preppa. I know. Story of my life. The story of my life. Well, thanks, Nazawa. Thank you. I appreciate everything about you, my friend. I absolutely do. Excellent, excellent, excellent patriot. Some of the very best. Mr. Sims doesn't want a second chance. I don't know if Mr. Sims' silence is appropriate. I'm not a judge or a jury. You guys remember that movie? Scent of a Woman. Who are good movie. Yeah, it was a good time, D. Thank you. I enjoyed it too. I had a good time. It's been a blast. All right. Y'all don't forget to pray. All right. These are the things that I tell my family. So if if I tell you this, then you know what I'm saying. Don't forget to be thankful for what you have in life. Don't forget to pray. I certainly don't take anything for granted. Treat every moment as a new opportunity. These parts I'm making up because I don't say that's my family. Those first few things I did, and I want them to say it to me too because I want them to tell me to don't forget to pray. Don't forget to remember. Don't forget to stay with the Creator. All of this that we're going through, right? Like some folks believe something, some folks believe another. I might believe that I'm a spiritual being having an earthly experience. You guys have all seen that meme. I did. You know what? When I seen it a number of years ago, it kind of hit me, and I was like, "Makes a lot of sense." Like, if you read the Bible, we kind of are like, it's kind of like this little roadmap, and you know what? We're all like, you've heard this a million times in your life. I know you all have because I have. You're all going to fall short of the glory of God. You're all going to fall short of the glory of God. And you know what? Yeah, yeah, but you know what? If you're like really good and you believe that Jesus died on the cross and you follow and try to be the best person you can and have general remorse, I think there's salvation in that form of thinking. And I think that when you try to live your life in that kind of way, I feel like your necessities, your things that you need in general are cared for and taken care of. You know, this live stream has gone full circle. It's turned right into a sermon, but I don't care. That's how I feel. It's like I feel very, very confident there's a God in heaven, and you know, it's just, it's really honestly, yeah, we've read it about Jesus and everything, and we have to rely on faith to believe in that. But really, if we watch the miracle of what we're watching happen within our country, of what's being pulled and plucked out and rooted out of our society, and not just in America, as a global society, and the thought process that's being implemented. It is literally just like I showed. It's like taking a corrupt chip out of the main board and putting a patriotic movement that just like ping changes the entire trajectory of mankind. That's exactly what it is. It took me a long time to just come to that conclusion, but that's exactly what it is. We're taking a corrupt chip out of the matrix and we're putting in a giant patriot dick. Okay? Big patriot dick. Mega. Mega sized dick. All right. Gotta go. I love you guys, man. Have a good night. Have a good day. Thanks for coming. Bye.